Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, what up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition and episode of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you. We're live and direct tonight. Coming from you, where we go here, we're going to talk some sports, man. We got the Orange Bowl. That's getting ready to start here at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. So we would talk about that between Penn State and Notre Dame, the Capital One Orange Bowl here. I got it on my screen, man. But before I go to all the other topics we'll cover, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also hit the bells for the notifications. And those that listen to me under the sound of my voice on the podcast side, shout out to all those on the podcast side. Hey, you give us that five-star review, and make it do what it do when it comes to that. We appreciate all those that are listening on the sound of voice on YouTube, Twitch, X, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't think we're on Facebook, but all those mediums. Thank you for rocking with the Sports Chasers episode 253. We've been rocking on since 2018. D-Dubs. Looks like it's just only me and you tonight. And Ryan will be here shortly. What's up, my guy? What's going on, my guy?
Oh, my guy. Yeah, you ain't that guy. Are you that guy? Just,
a lot of smoke going on this week, boy. And
this is a good week, man. Good week content stuff, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Content creation. You know what?
Big cans and peanut butter skin. Shout out to my man Jason. Was like, yo, yeah, that's my man. I don't care what y'all can hate him or y'all, whatever. That's my guy right there. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley. Yeah, I hope he does lawsuit, whatever. Yeah. All right.
I mean, just a smidget. Yeah, shout out to Marcellus Wiley and Jason Woodlock. They did their thing and they talked about their whatever happened at Fox 1 Sports and all the alleged allegations that are now on a lawsuit, man. The truth will come out. The truth shall set you free.
Yeah,
truth will make you free.
It's all allegations at this moment, so it is what it is.
Life lesson. Go ahead.
Life lessons. Hey, man, wake up. Stop with the foolishness. Jason was actually dropping jewels, but if you're too silly, you'll miss it. So it's all good. But enough of that, man. It was just entertaining. It's been a hell of a week, entertaining week. So
entertaining week. I also just want to say Happy New Year. I know we did a show earlier this week, but Happy New Year. I know we're in the 9th day of the New Year, and I just wanted to, just me and you, D, since we're on here, just to tell those that are watching and listening on the sound of my voice, if you're a podcaster, man, you're just starting out, or you still doing it, man. I encourage you to continue doing your thing. Continue to do your thing. Why not you?
Yeah.
Why not you?
Just don't quit your day job, though. Just make sure you. Because if you're looking for the money, it's a slow grind. So
slow grind, man. Slow grind. Unless you're somebody famous or something like that, yes. But I tell you what, it's much appreciated when you do it the right way. And on your own. Yeah. And you're not having nobody dangling no carrot over your head. So
dangling anything. Yo, stop, man.
No, I didn't.
Everybody be saying it's me. And I was like, no. I
didn't say anything.
Yeah. But, man, it's all good.
Oh man, I know we're talking about sports. Hey, another PSA. I know I'm just gonna get it. I just gotta get it. Me and D-Dubs was talking to me before. I just gotta get this off my chest. Hey, if you're driving around any state in the United States or any city,
fam. Tell them.
If you're driving around, without car insurance, you are so wrong. Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop. You're wrong. Yeah. You're wrong. You are wrong. Stop driving around without car insurance. Go get you some damn car insurance.
I'm gonna give you a ticket and I'm gonna tow your car.
That's the PSA for the day. Just go do that, please. Because people out here, hardworking people, you pay insurance. Yo, just go get some car. If you can't afford it, it's okay. The bus and the train is cool.
Nah,
No, no, no.
fam. If you can't afford it, then that means you don't need to drive. That's
Well,
it.
that's what I was saying. I
Right?
said, hey, you
All right.
need to just go lay the car down and go get you a Metro. I don't even think they do Metro Pass, Metro cards, whatever thing you do. You tap now, whatever you need to do.
Oh no, they hop. They don't even think they hop. Yeah, they hop, man. They don't need no
Oh
tap.
man.
They
Oh
hop it.
man,
But
this
yeah,
is we have made this a variety show. This is funny, man. Yo, so that's
yeah,
my PSA for the day. I had to get that off my chest.
yeah,
Yo, if you don't have car insurance, go get you some car insurance.
yeah.
Stop driving around dirty. Do the right thing. Live right.
It's
Don't.
easy.
It's easy. Don't live sucker free, man. That's it.
Yeah,
Shout out to my main man Kid Capri. That's his moniker. Live sucker free.
yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about sports. Like I said, Penn State and Notre Dame is talking. Not talking. They're about to play in the Orange Bowl in Miami Gardens.
Who you
Let me
got,
get.
bro? What do you think?
I like Penn State. I like their offense. I don't think Notre Dame's offense is just as good. I know Da talked about that the other day on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Penn State to probably get this one 23-17. 23-17, man. So
All right. I say it's gonna be it's gonna be a close one. I think it might be a close one. Hopefully we get a good one. I don't see it's gonna be a blowout, but yeah, I did. I picked. I told people today I'm picking Penn State. Man, Mike. I call him Mikey. Mikey at work. He's going with Notre Dame, and I know
okay.
I know the Chief Baker. He's a Notre Dame fan, so he's gonna go with
Shout
his
out to the Chief.
yeah with Notre Dame. So we'll
Okay.
see.
Got
But I
some
think
Notre
I think
Dame.
Penn State might pull it out tonight.
Mm. Shout out to all those in the comments. They rocking and rolling in the comments. Shout out to Coach Wells. He's listening.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mom. Thank you, Mom. Debbie, thank you. Dan, he's being toxic already. He said you can save 50% with Geico. Dan,
That's a good one.
there's a story behind my madness. That's why I'm pissed about this no insurance thing. And Debbie said this segment is dedicated to car insurance. Yes,
Yeah.
go get you some general something. I don't know.
Yeah, man. A
Maybe
general,
maybe
somebody.
we need to just reach out to somebody so they can be an ad on the show, and I'll be like, hey man, go get you some insurance, man. Something,
Yeah.
man. Something.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
riding around dirty, man. Stop riding around dirty. Let me get to the news when it comes to the sports chasers news, and we'll start off with college football, man. Georgia from CBS Sports from David Cobb. He says this Georgia quarterback Carson Beck is expected to enter the transfer portal after previously declaring for the NFL draft. Sources confirmed to 24/7 Sports Matt Zanitz. Beck, who has one season of eligibility remaining, spent the past 5 seasons with the Bulldogs and will immediately come for one of the headline players of the 2025 transfer class. Beck passed for 7,912 yards with 58 touchdowns and 20 interceptions during this time with the Georgia Bulldogs. He has a 2-year starter for the program and entered the 2024 season regarded as a potential number 1 overall selection in the 2025 NFL draft. However, Beck struggled with turnovers down the 2024 season, and he suffered an injury to his right elbow in the final play before halftime of the FCC championship game win over Texas. Following UCL surgery, Beck was ruled out for the college football playoff. As a result, the Bulldogs turned to quarterback backup Gunnar Stockton, who performed well in the team's Sugar Bowl quarterfinal loss to Notre Dame. Beck was the number 55 overall player and number 5 quarterback in the 2025 CBS Sports NFL Draft prospect rankings. As of Thursday, a strong 2025 season could help boost his draft stock back into first-round territory in 2026. In the meantime, he stands to land a lucrative NIL deal that could be competitive with the rookie salary for a second-round NFL draft pick. D-Dubs, your thoughts on Carson Beck getting the money? You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm on mute. Yeah, he's going to get the money. I mean, this is what it is. It's semi-professional sports, bro. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This is what they turned this NCAA into, and it's they're getting paid. These kids are getting paid, and then he's decided to jump into the portal. He said, and
Yeah.
look for the
Mhm.
bag. I mean, this is what it is, man. Searching for gold, whichever way you could get it, and they doing it. I don't know. I don't know what anybody's getting mad about. You shouldn't. This is what it is now, right? So I'm not quite sure if anybody's getting mad or whatever the case is. The kid has an opportunity. This is capitalism, value for value, and he's capitalizing off his talent. So kudos to him. And if he moves around, he decides to leave Georgia, then so be it. I really don't. I'm okay with it now. If that's within the rules, he's within the rules. I'm cool with it.
Well, remember we established that there are no NIL rules. It's
There's
just
no
do as
right.
you
There's
do.
just do as that will.
It's kind of like this car insurance thing. We're just driving out without no car insurance. But let me stop. Let me just get off of this.
Yeah,
But
it's the truth, though,
yeah,
right?
it's the truth. They like anarchy and stuff like that. This is what's happening, man. So
Hmm.
uh, you know, blessings to them. Carson Beck. But like you said, D-Dubs, they are absolutely. This is what they wanted. It's semi-professional football sports. Some are getting compensated well. Some are being compensated. It just depends. So
Yeah.
shout out to them. So
Hey.
let me go ahead. You have something else? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that that's what Beck wants to do, and he's good within his rights. So
Yep.
I'm all right with it.
Got you. So let me go on to this other. This is from Yahoo Sports, from Ross Dillinger of Yahoo Sports, and he says this: will with NIL era ending, college sports is on the verge of a seismic change. How will schools adapt with industry in upheaval? On the wall in Ted Carter's office, and a framed picture of two fighter jets in the mid-flight against blue sky. I'm in one of those, he says. No university president in the country can claim the exploits of Ohio State's leader. In 38 years of active military service, Carter 65 logged more than 63,000 flying hours, flew 125 combat missions, and received more than 24 awards, and retired in 2019 as a vice admiral, the third highest rank of the 25th position in the U.S. Navy. Given that life-saving mission and life-risking aerial shows of military career, his next great assignment need to pale in comparison, but in certain circles, it may be the most important mission yet. Keep Ohio State football relevant in the age of athlete revenue sharing. So I've been thinking about this since the day they hired me. Carter said from his office during an interview with Yahoo Sports in late November, his 15th month of the job, the landscape has obviously changing already. Now we're set at the doorstep. This murky 3+ year period of college athletics, the NIL era as it's known, comes to an end, finally, with some of the sport's most valuable programs battling for the national championship. On Friday in Dallas, Ohio State versus Texas, in a collision of arguably college's best two biggest brands with a trip to the national title game on the line, the meeting in a clash between the two schools spending more on their program and football rosters than perhaps any other in America, a pair of blue blood powers whose investment within the NIL era has valued them to this position. But can they stay there? So check this out. Stay with me here. By next season, when college football's more professionalized era arrives, the historic powerhouses like Ohio State, Texas stand to lose both their decades-long inherited recruiting advantage, their historical brand, and a financial edge they used in the unruly booster-fueled NIL era, DonorCast. The new athletic revenue sharing world, at least at the highest level, will be built on transactional recruiting relationships. Y'all stay with me with this, man, because we just talked about this the other day. Because some of these schools don't honor these transactional
Transactional.
recruiting relationships with a right. So within a system that permits universities to use direct school funds and more regulated structure featuring a compensation cap and new enforcement arm. In a world where more parity is expected, where does that leave the big boys? As it turns out, keeping their advantage is quite simple. Experts contend they use their big brand, sprawling metro areas, massive alumni base, wealthy donors, and rich relationships to exceed college football's new cap. That's going to be the new frontier, the above the cap Supplemental NIL says Walker Jones, the head of Ole Miss Collective, and a leading member of the Collective Association. That's the new battlefield. The question is, can this be regulated? How will schools navigate new system while their teams battle on the field this week? Executives from these blue blood powerhouse programs work behind the scenes to ensure that they remain atop the sport in a new era. As part of the NCAA Power Conference's landmark settlement and antitrust lawsuit, schools can distribute at least $20.5 million to their athletes starting next year and can expand scholarships to an entire roster as long as they stay within new roster limits. How to distribute the revenue and how to expand upon scholarships are issues with which administrations are wrangling over. And there's more to be. We'll probably get into this a little bit more. D-Dubs, your thoughts on that?
That sounds like a lot, man. That sounds like a lot as far as
but a lot still with no structure.
Yeah, I mean, transactional. It just sounds like it sounds like
drive without no insurance.
Right, you just do whatever, I guess. Transactional. I mean, at the end of the day, what does it all mean?
So remember the Florida State coach. They made a handshake deal, right? And the guys that transferred to Florida State basketball team, they say, "Hey, we didn't get our money."
Oh, the give me 5 on the black hand side. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
That's not going to fly, and that's not right. If I pay, yeah,
that's not going to work. That's not going to work, and I don't know. And we meant to get back to that situation there because I know we talked about it. You know, those members. I forget what team it was. They suing.
Yeah, you talking about from the Florida State?
That's the basketball team where the coach promised them.
That was from Florida State, correct?
200 was it 250,000?
Yeah, 250,000 a piece, correct?
Yeah. It's again.
Come on, man.
You know, you're how we said it, the agent of the school. So
yeah, you're agent of the school.
Yeah, you promising these kids things and you're not coming through.
Which makes you're the adult in the room. So what are you doing?
Right. So this college football stuff, man. I'm really gonna have to get. I miss D tonight because he definitely would broke this down a little bit more. I don't know what college football is about to. What are they doing? What they embarking on? But this is all new. This is all new. This is all how you say it. I don't even think they know what they're doing.
And we still don't have nothing contractual. It's just transactional.
Yeah.
Transaction can be anything, right? I bought a bag of peanut M&Ms at Publix. I don't work for Publix.
Right.
It's a transaction.
That's it. But
you're right. I do miss D. D couldn't be with us today. He's a little bit under the weather. But we're absolutely probably gonna have to revisit this again. Great, interesting topic. And
he'll definitely get the breakdown on that with college football.
But from my looking at this, it just clearly they said a whole lot of something, but really meaning nothing, and there's still no structure to what we should do.
And I guess that's what I was getting at. It just sounds more of lawyer talk.
Yeah.
Than anything.
Right. I agree. Let me move on to the next article here. From CBS Sports. CBS Sports, excuse me, from Jordan Dehani. The 4-13 Las Vegas Raiders are cleaning house just 2 days after the team fired head coach Antonio Pierce. The Raiders announced they have fired their general manager, Tom Telesco. The Las Vegas Raiders have relieved Tom Telesco of the duties as general manager. The team said in a statement, "We appreciate his efforts in help building a foundation for the future. We wish Tom and his family all the best." I'll read a little bit more, but I don't understand this. You fired Davis and Pierce on Monday or Tuesday, and then you wait to fire the general manager. Why didn't you just let them go both days? What was there to talk about?
the best thing that I heard about that I give him credit. Colin Cowherd, he said this is the Las Vegas Raiders is a residency place, like how they how they hire music people and they do a residency.
So new edition and
Yeah. Usher was Usher was maybe a couple of years, 2 years ago. This is what the Raiders. This is what the Raiders are, man. The Raiders. I don't know what Listen, I knew the Pierce thing was gonna go down. I just didn't know when. I had a feeling that it was gonna go, and I was pretty right because of what was going on in the locker room. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I think he lost the players. But I didn't know about the general manager. So again, the Raiders is going in another direction, and again, and another thing, they on the hook. Then I shouldn't even say on the hook because they did it to themselves. The last 3 coaches they got rid of, which was Gruden.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Kingsbury?
Not Clean.
What was that?
What dude from
it's another coach, but Gruden, the other one, and this guy, they have to pay.
Yep,
they have to pay. So Raiders is another messy organization.
no! On this show, we call them what? Oh no! Don't let them off the hook.
Trash. The trash organization. Okay.
Trash organization.
Yeah.
McDaniels.
So they still paying. They paying these coaches.
Yep.
So I don't know what the Raiders is doing, but after Antonio Pierce, I don't know. I don't think that he started off good. I guess what was it, 2 years ago? He got in.
He got some momentum in, and this year
got some momentum. It looked like he had the players, and then something happened that light switch. Somebody flipped that light switch off, and then all of a sudden they wasn't responding to him, and it showed in the play and everything. So Raiders got some work to do, a lot of work. So
yeah, definitely. The Raiders do have some work to do. They canceled a couple of the games in LA. I think the Lakers were playing the Hornets tonight.
Yeah, I believe the Rams was going, and they were supposed to be going to Arizona. I heard.
Rams are going to be playing in Arizona, and all this is because of the wildfires that's burning out of control right outside of Los Angeles.
Those people out there, man, that is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. And it's just devastating, man. I know pictures or videos can't give it justice, man, but it's just devastating, man. If there's something that you can do or whatever to help them out, said a prayer, something tangible, man, please try to help those people out, man. It's definitely, so it has definitely affected sports. And like I said, the Rams playoff game will be moved, and I believe that I said tonight the Hornets and Lakers game was postponed for another day. So
yeah, but also to the Raiders, to finish this, finish the season 4-13. No quarterback. Gardner Minshew gave him a 2-year, $25 million contract with $15 million guaranteed. So I don't know what they thought they was going to do with Gardner, but
I don't know either.
I guess that's what got the general manager out of it.
You keep giving up contracts like that.
Yeah, I guess that was his nail in the coffin, man. 2 years guaranteed. What, 2 years, 5? Yeah, man, come on, man, stop. It's a lot of money, but Ryan says, owners got a lot of money, so
No, we get his direct quote. Owners got a lot of money, and we don't care how they spend it.
Yeah. So shout out to Ryan.
Shout out to the Miami Heat Zone. You guys come on down to my Miami Heat pod. No doubt. We'll definitely. Well, thanks for the invite, man. We'll holler at you guys, man. We'll holler at you guys
Yeah,
on X or something
facto.
like that. We'll make it happen, man. Appreciate you guys for checking in, man. Thank you so much, man. Check it out. Yeah, man. Yo, what's going on with Jimmy Butler, man? Well, we know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll
Pat
talk about that. Yeah, Jimmy Butler. Yeah, Pat Riley say, man, you ain't running nothing here, but I'll talk about that. We're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, well, Ryan will bring on to. We'll talk about that later. But Pat Riley is who he is, and he's been the same since days with the Knicks. We know that, right? And he didn't let LeBron run anything while he was there, and he's not letting Jimmy Butler do that, man. But yeah, gentlemen, thank you so much. Miami Heat Zone, excuse me. We'll definitely link up. We'll hook up. See what we can do, man. What else I wanted to think? Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about real quick. This came under the radar too. CBS Sports from Jordan Dehani again, and this is something that we talk about on the show a lot. Titans legend Frank Wycheck diagnosed with CTA stage 3 at the time of his death on the 13th anniversary, and that was today. Of the passing of the family, Tennessee Titans legend Frank Wycheck announced that the tight end had chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is CTE, stage 3 at the time of his death. Stage 4 is the most severe. The Boston University chronic traumatic encephalopathy, center tested Wycheck's brain followed the 52-year-old's December 9th, 2023 death, and those tests revealed a diagnosis many expected. Our family is grateful to learn of his confirmed CTA diagnosis and hope to continue our father's desire to bring awareness, increase intervention, education, and support the NFL alumni and their families related to CTE. Deanna Wycheck, Zabo, Wycheck's daughter, said in a statement via ESPN, our hope is that NFL alumni who believe they are suffering from CTE will be given the much-needed resources and guidance prior to their symptoms reaching a debilitating state with ongoing CTE researches and diagnosis. We hope future NFL alumni and families will be explicitly given an outline and a plan of action in receiving care and treatment. 6 years before his death, Wycheck said in an interview that he would believe he had CTE after suffering what he estimated to be, check this out, 25 concussions during his play days. Wow, just think about that. I worry about, and I'm scared about that time if I actually had to get to that point where these guys had snapped. Wycheck said per ESPN, what has made them snap, and and that is what I am scared of, and that there's something that's going to come over that is going to make me snap. I don't think I'm going to do it, but those guys, you would never think in a million years would, and that's the scary part about it. There's no one that can tell you really anything. It's just the damage is done. Wycheck died after falling in his Chattanooga, Tennessee home. He played a part in the most famous play in Titans history, and I believe the anniversary was that today. One of the greatest plays in NFL history, the Music City Miracle, in 1999 wildcard matchup between the Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Wycheck threw a lateral pass to wide receiver Kevin Dyson, who ran it 75 yards to the end zone for the game-winning touchdown on the kick return. I remember exactly where I was at when that game was going on. That was pretty damn dope of a play call. Wycheck still ranks number 7 in Titans all-time receiving list with 4,958 yards receiving and 482 catches to go along with 27 receiving touchdowns. Only 2 players, Ernest Givens and Hayward Jeffries, have caught more passes than Wycheck in franchise history. D-Dubs, your thoughts on this Frank Wycheck and the CTE?
Yo, man, shout out to the Wycheck family.
Yep, definitely.
He was definitely, I believe he's tight end, right? Tight end, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he did play tight end. He was really good with tight ends. Here's the thing. The CTE, yes. But guess what? The NFL, what y'all going to do? The NFL is going to add on another, 2 more games probably. And then, the CTE thing, as serious as it is, at the end of the day, I mean, they don't care, man. Nobody cares because they still, as long as they can still get a bag and get a lot of money for playing this game. I mean, you're not going to stop nobody.
Glad.
Yeah. They they know what it is when they sign up for it and play. The information is out there. You know, I mean, that's basically all I can say about it. Don't want to sound insensitive about it, but it is what it is. Because as we see, the NFL, this player safety. Yeah, but we're going to add a game on Thursday. We're going to add this game on Wednesday, even though you just played on Sunday.
No, excuse me, Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Sunday. Yeah,
They made
the 4 teams rotate around that.
Yeah,
we had them play, but they get away with it because as long as it's just only 3 days, you get 3 days of rest.
Right. So
that's how they're able to do that. And we always say player safety, player safety, player safety, player safety, player safety.
How much do they care?
Well, the NFLPA too, they need to hold something on this also. Because some of this stuff is not done unless it's done what? It's just the agreement with the union.
Yeah, collective bargaining.
So those of you that have never been in a collective bargaining agreement that's between the union and management, basically you have to come. The membership has to come to agreement about something, and then they bring it. They bring it to manage it. They'll try to dice it out, work it out. There's something they agree upon. They agree upon.
Right.
So the NFLPA, they have agreed to 17 games. They agreed to games on Saturday and then playing on Wednesday. They agreed to this.
Yeah.
There was a transaction.
Yeah.
Transaction. So, all right, we'll get more money on the front end.
Yeah,
But then
But you can't hit me with these guys are suffering from blah blah blah. I mean, we get it. I'm glad you putting the information out there. So at least hey, I guess maybe they coming from that aspect that we want to put the information out there, let them know that this is what it is, and you kids suffer from. But on the other hand, the players are like, yo, I'll take the risk.
Yeah, and there's
what I'm saying? I'll take the risk.
And there's an inherent risk, which it's just what it is. Football is a violent sport. It's a gladiator sport. People have tried to come along and oh my God, it's this. It's a violent sport.
It is, and you can't take that out of it. It is what it is.
No, unless you do, you're going to get hurt too. Trying to do some things and legislate the defense and things of that nature. So,
but I mean, shout outs. I mean, I'm glad we put in some help and perspective on it. But 25 concussions is way. That's a cause for pause. I think that would be a cause in his career. I think that's alarm. That's an alarming rate. I mean, I don't think I would wait to 25 to get to 25 to be like, yo, this is a little bit too much. But NFL tried to put some safety regulations in place, and that's all you could do. But other than that, it's not too much you can do before you start. It's not football no more.
No, it's two-hand touch, which they play, right. Which they'll be playing a couple of weeks in Orlando at the Pro Bowl, because the Pro Bowl they wasn't doing right no more. They wasn't tackling no more. They was the NBA All-Star game before the NBA All-Star game, which has turned into what it is now. All about a little bit of nothing, man. So
and here's another thing: is football made to be played for 10 and 15? 15 years? Are you supposed to be? Because the average what's the average shelf life of a football player that you should be?
They say you should be out. You stay in the NFL,
right? So it just makes you think, like, are you supposed to be there that long to be doing this sport that long? Sometimes make it a career, but I mean this is a long career where a lot of bumps and bruises and concussions.
According to Statistia, status stuff.
Okay,
it's 3.3 years is the average NFL career.
3.3 years.
That's a lot. Shout out to the DA. Thank you, sir. On this sick bet. D. 3.3 days. 3.3 days. 3.3 years. And that's what you got. So that's what you got. So I don't know.
I'm not sure if I answered your question, but I was just saying, man. I don't know. That's CTE is rough.
Yeah.
Again, the players that's playing now, especially now it's out there. So you either you playing because you want to play, or if you don't want to play, you don't have to play.
Right. Well, speaking about CTE and injuries, NFL injuries, this wasn't a CTE, but Ravens wide receiver Zay Flowers, he ruled out versus the wildcard game versus Steelers with an injury. Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Zay Flowers will not play in the weekend's wildcard game against the Steelers after sustaining a knee injury in Week 18. He'll get started again next week, and we'll move forward with the guys we have, said Ravens head coach John Harbaugh on Thursday. We're excited about the guys we have, which is everybody else. Flowers exited Saturday's game against the Browns after going down hard on a catch and run. The 24-year-old receiver immediately grabbed his right knee and was in visible pain. He was escorted to the medical tent where he was pronounced limp and then went to the locker room. The Ravens initially announced Flowers as questionable to return with a knee injury, but later downgraded his status to being out. On Monday, Harbaugh said the knee injury Flowers suffered was not season-ending and the receiver was considered day-to-day. So, thoughts, D-Dubs. I know a lot of Raven fans was crying. It was like, this game, man, either you play or you don't play, man. If you play half speed, you're gonna get hurt, man. I'm not saying that he was doing this, but it's what it is. It's football. You're bound to get hurt.
It's part of the game.
It's just part of the game. 0-0 in the first quarter of Notre Dame and Penn State. So these things happen.
He got. It's not a season. I mean, it's the end of the season. Is actually the end of the season. He just so happened to
be playing this week. If they advance, maybe they'll
be back the following week.
Yeah.
But Zay Flowers is a big part of the Ravens offense, and I can understand fans being upset because you want to be as healthy as you can be, especially playing against that Kansas City Chiefs team. And like I said, I'm going on record. Listen, if nobody knocks them out, I'm not going against them. You know what I'm saying?
Are you ruling out the Steelers against the Ravens? The Steelers have lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, they've lost 4 in a row. I'm ruling them out. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, where's Dan?
I'm ruling it. I'm ruling.
Oh,
them
you
out.
know what? Speaking of Dan, I know we a little bit all over the place, but that's fine. That's planned. Let me say this before this guy get on my nerve. Shout out to the hockey guy. Shout out to the hockey guy. If I have a nice picture of him, I'll pull it up, man. But shout out to the hockey guy. The hockey guy won the our NFL pick'em.
Slim margin. Come on, don't do that. Don't act like he was running away with this thing. He beat me by a couple of points. So Dan, had I been paying attention, I probably would have beat him. But it's all good. I'll get him next year.
Dan, the hockey dude, he wins it again. This is his second year in a row that he has won the NFL Pick'em game, and he definitely did his thing. And shout out to Dan. So, he up there putting in the chat the Ric Flair woo and all that stuff. He won, styling, profiling. I'm gonna do all of that for you, Dan, because yes, you won. Gee whiz, Dan won. So what?
He won, but his Pittsburgh Steelers will not win this weekend. So, with that being said, that's enough of Dan. That's enough of Dan. I had enough of you. All this foolishness talking about. Yeah, I was only a couple points behind.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he was calling me the other day. He was like, "Hey, you didn't mention that I won the thing." I was like, "No, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry. No shade to you, bro. We just didn't mention it, man. Relax."
Notre Dame just got picked off.
Yeah, I just saw that too, man. But that's the news for the Sports Chasers this week, man. Let me just move on. Speaking of Dan and hockey, Dan's not with us tonight because he can't be with us tonight. So I will be the gentleman breaking down the the NHL power ranking. So let me get it to his. Let me get that set up here. My mouse doesn't want to cooperate here. Yes.
NHL.
Yeah, NHL, and then we'll have college basketball next. D-Dubs will read the power rankings for college basketball, and by that time, Ryan should be on there, and we'll be talking about some NBA. So the NHL power rankings brought to you by CBS Sports. CBS Sports is our ticker on our website on sportschaserspodcast.net. Make sure you want to check out all our episodes, whether it's being video or audio. It's on our website, sportschaserspodcast.net. And as you look at our podcast, it's very, like I said, very freshly done. So y'all can check it out, man. And take a good look at it, man. Did we get somebody on here? Okay. So let me read the power rankings from CBS Sports, and they as follows: the Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they are number one. They're 28-9-3. The LA Kings are 23-10. At number two, the Oilers, the Western Conference finalists of last year, they're 25-12. It's just saying here, Leon Draisaitl, he is a machine. He just rattled off 14-game point streak in which he had 12 goals and 15 assists in the span. He leads the NHL with 29 goals, which also happens to make up 21.9% of the total goals the Oilers have scored this season. With the bottom six forwards not pulling their weight in the scoring department, Draisaitl has picked up the slack and then some. So that's why the Oilers are number 3 in the power rankings at 25-12-3. The Colorado Avalanche, they're 25-16. The Toronto Maple Leafs, Dan's Toronto Maple Leafs, I say that with all smirk and satire, of course, 27-13. The Dallas Stars, they're 25-13. The Minnesota Wild, they're 26-11. The Jets of Winnipeg, they're 28-12. The Capitals are number 9 at 27-10. The Carolina Hurricanes, they're 24-15-2. The Panthers are 25-15-2. Let me stop there for the Panthers at a second. Next year, January 2nd, I'm going to the Winter Classic down in South Florida at Home Depot Park, home of the Miami Dolphins. They will have the Winter Classic between the Panthers and the Rangers. One of my good dudes, Brian, he's a huge Panther fan. He sent this information to me the other day. I said, hey man, we're going, man. We'll grab some couple of Ranger fans, man. We are going to the that'll be cool, man. That'll be cool. There'll probably be more fans than what the Marlins get.
Yeah, that's probably
about
right.
You throwing shade at the Marlins, man. The Marlins can't keep a coach, man.
Yeah.
Stop it, man.
Yeah.
Stop it. Oh, we beat the Yankees. Yeah, you did. 2002. You did. Or 3, wherever it was. Yeah, Josh Beckett, he was on one. Yeah, But y'all tore down the team, and then y'all was trash again afterwards, because that's what y'all do. But yeah, I'm going to me and D-Dubs, we're going to make it happen. We can go to the Winter Classic in Miami, Florida for the Winter Classic with the Panthers and Rangers. So when they announced that the other day, I said, man, that's pretty cool that they're doing that, man. I think that's pretty good that they're doing that, man. So shout out to the NHL for that. Let me go on. The New Jersey Devils, they're 25-15-3. Then number 12, 13 are the St. Louis Blues, 19-4. The Ottawa Senators, they're 19-17. The Lightning, they are 21-15-2. And then you had the Canucks, they're 18-12-10 at 16. Utah's Hockey Club is 17. The Bruins are 18. The Canadiens 19. Reds are 20. Blue Jackets 21. Penguins 22. Ducks, Flames, Flyers, Sabres, Islanders, Predators, Kraken, Sharks, and the Rangers and the Blackhawks bringing up the rear. The Rangers went from the penthouse of the Eastern Conference to...
It's unbelievable, man. I can't believe in 1 year how Eastern Conference is just downhill, man. Just downhill. Hey, shout outs to my main man Ryan. How you doing, sir?
What up, fellas? What up?
What's really good?
All right, what's up, man? We're going to talk about the minute police tonight. I'm with it. Let's get it.
I mean, you know, we can touch on that.
Yeah.
The minute police. I thought it was funny. I didn't know that was a thing. I started. I'm sorry for go off topic. I started following. Danny told me I had to follow this Knicks guy who posts all these Knicks stats named Tommy Beer.
Tommy Beer. He's cute. That's cute.
I don't know. He said he has all the best Knicks stats. So he came
okay.
up. I don't know. I don't know if you guys heard of him or whatever.
I never heard of the dude. I thought he was cute, but we'll talk about it.
We'll get that to in a minute, man. So that's the power rankings for the NHL. Let me go to college basketball real quick. DA was supposed to be good, but he's out sick tonight. So you got at number 1, you have Auburn. Iowa State is 2. Duke is 3. Florida's number 4. Alabama's 5. Marquette is 6. Tennessee is 7. Mississippi State is 8. Michigan is 9. Kentucky's 10. Illinois is 11. Texas A&M is 12. Kansas is 13. Oregon is 14. Purdue is 15. Memphis is 16. Ole Miss is 17. Michigan is 18. UConn is 19. UCLA is 20. Gonzaga is 21. Houston is 22. Utah State is 23. Georgia is 24. Wisconsin is 25. And Oklahoma is 26. One of the things DA wanted me to mention for him, he was saying that how the SEC, you know, how the Big East and the ACC used to be. Well, it looks like the SEC, for whatever reason, you know, they're pretty big now with the conference rankings right now. And so he wanted me to touch on that and mention that. But so, you know, it's January. You know, they're going to be getting into conference play here real quick, or they should be already with college basketball. So he wanted me to mention that as well. So we got through that. I guess we can get on to the NBA because Ryan is here.
Yeah.
We're gonna get right to the NBA. What we got going? We had some good games last night. We had Cleveland and
OKC.
Good game.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah, man. Basically, number 1 in the East versus number one in the West. Had that. They were both coming in on, you know, big winning streaks. So, you know, I think OKC had won like 15 straight. So yeah, man, it was, and the game didn't disappoint, man. It was
lived up to everything,
nip and tuck the whole time. And I just find it unbelievable what OKC's doing, because, you know, they're doing this without Chet and without Caruso, and they're still there. And not only that, they're the youngest team in the NBA.
Yes,
the youngest team in the NBA, and they're doing that. They have all the prerequisite things that you need, right, to be a contender. You have someone like Shea who can close the game for you, who's going to get to the free throw line. He's a go-to guy. He makes clutch shots, big shots. And they have a nice supporting cast. Jalen Williams, you know, is an up-and-coming, you know, future all-star in this league. So,
definitely,
you know, Chet was balling, man. Before he got hurt, he was balling. He was putting up great stats, man. And you know, he went down, but he's starting to travel with the team now. So it looks like they'll probably get him back, you know, soon. So it's at the 8 week part in his rehab. So yeah, so Chet should be coming back. Paolo Banchero's coming back tomorrow for Orlando. So that's huge for them. And that's another team with a lot of injuries who are just staying right there, you know what I'm saying, you know, and steadying the ship, man, while everybody comes back. So some exciting young teams, man, who plays defense, which I know you guys like, you know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. Man. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's exciting. But yeah, that game last night, the Cleveland OKC game, you know, with Cleveland, man, their front court is so you know, so big, you know what I mean? They take up so much space that, you know, they have a defensive identity, right? With you know, with Mobley and my dude with the afro. You know what I'm saying?
Afro.
Yeah.
What's my man?
Yes.
Not
Dinwiddie. Is it
No, not Dinwiddie. No.
the center.
The center. Yeah. So they
Jared Allen.
Jared, exactly. Jared Allen. They
I'm sorry, I get them two mixed up. My bad.
Yeah, so they have a defensive identity, right? And then they have an offensive identity as well with the backcourt. So with Donovan Mitchell, Garland. So
Garland.
And the same thing I say about Shea as having a closer and someone who can get to the free throw line, make clutch baskets. They can play one-on-one. They can ISO. Is Donovan Mitchell. He's another closer. Donovan Mitchell hits big shots, man. He makes big shots. Yeah, so he can close. So they have both teams have all the prerequisite things that you need in order to one, make a deep run in the playoffs and hopefully win the championship. So they're definitely two of the favorites to win it, along with Boston. So it's probably, I would say, Boston right now. Boston, OKC, Cleveland. They're in a tier of their own right now. You know what I'm saying? Those three teams. Because Boston's going to be tough. Why? Because they've done it before, so they know.
Right.
You know what I mean? They know what it takes to do it, and it looks like Cleveland. When I think you guys beat Cleveland last year, right? In the playoffs, right?
Players first, I believe that first round,
the first, and you guys demolished them. Actually out rebounded them. Like you beat them, playing their game at their strength.
Yeah.
So
definitely outdid them on every aspect.
So now a new coaching staff. So they look prime and ready, man. They look prime and ready. Mobley looked like he's taking the step. He's taking the next step.
Mobley.
Mobley. So he should be an all-star this year as well. So he has those credentials this so far in the season. So great basketball.
We're gonna see a lot of first-time all-stars.
Absolutely.
There's gonna be a lot. There's a lot of young guys, which is good. I mean, we get introduced to a lot of young guys who
Cade Cunningham might make it.
Cunningham.
What they're doing in Detroit is nice, and it's Bernie Bickerstaff who was just let go from Cleveland. He goes take over the young team, and now they got those boys playing, man. So but like I said last time, man, just a heartbreaking loss for them, man, losing Ivy, because they had it clicking, man. They had it going, but they're still winning. They're still on a win streak. They're still winning. So they got Golden State tonight. So we'll see what happens there. But just like you said, D-Dubs, it's gonna be a lot of first timers, man. Cade, Mobley, and it's funny, they're from the same draft class, right? With Jalen Green, my dog from Toronto. Now I think he made the All-Star team. I want to say no, he won our Rookie of the Year. So yeah, man. So it's some good basketball, man. And then last night we had Giannis and the alien. We had him and Wemby go at it. And they're playing, and San Antonio's playing good. So it's like teams you thought were going to be really good, like the Phoenix Suns, the Sacramento Kings, the Minnesotas, the Golden State Warriors, Indiana Pacers. Who else I'm missing? They're fighting for their lives, man, trying to get out the play-in. So the Milwaukee Bucks, they started off slow. They're coming. They're steadily improving. But a lot of teams that we all thought that Denver steadying the ship as well. I think they're fourth right now. Dallas has a lot of injuries. Luka and Kyrie are out. So yeah, man. So it's up for grabs, man. It's up for grabs, bro.
I really didn't realize how because Golden State started off hot.
Right. I want to say they were like 11 games over 500. They were number one in the West.
They must have dropped. They must have went on a hell of a losing streak, because they have 500 right now, 18th, 9th place.
Right. And I heard something today that since that hot start, they've been one of the 5 worst teams in the league as far as efficiency rating, scoring, and the reason why, you know, a lot of blame is going to Buddy Hield, because Buddy Hield started off like gangbusters, man. He started this season, he was hitting everything. He basically looked like you know, healthy clay out there, D'ing up too, just hitting everything. He hit a low where he could, you know, you live by the 3, you die by the 3, especially with him, because there's not really much to his game other than 3-point shooting. Doesn't really have a tight handle, doesn't really create for others. He plays off of guys. So, you know, so he just started off super hot, and it carried over. But then when he hit that rough patch, you can see, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and Golden State as a team, they're not hitting their threes, you know, they're not as effective. You know what I mean? Much like a lot of teams. But the thing is with Golden State, especially in the glory days, they were always one of the top defenses in the league. Right. Even with their 3-point shooting prowess, right? So yeah. So you got a question, brother?
No, I was just saying, you know, I was holding up the one, like, you know, one trick pony.
Okay. That's what they look like now. And now Jonathan Kuminga is out for like 3 weeks. And he was coming on, but they were still losing games though, right? So you know, they're trying to figure out, you know, that's why there was the rumors with Jimmy Butler, maybe for a Kuminga Wiggins deal, but they came out and said they don't want Jimmy. Jimmy wants to go to Phoenix. There's reports that there's
going to go to Phoenix to tear that down even more.
Right. Hey, listen, I'm hoping because, you know, as a Rockets fan, we have KD. As a Rockets fan, we have all their draft assets, man. So I'm
speaking of the Rockets, you guys look great. I mean, you guys are young, talented. Bro, I mean, it's
and
crazy.
I like the fact they play defense.
They all bought in, bro. Jalen Green has bought in playing defense. Alperen Sengun, in the last, you know, his first 3 years, you know, he was a liability on the defensive end. He's bought in. So and it's the culture, right? It's
24 and 12.
Yeah, it's Ime. You know,
I like him. I like Ime. Yeah, I like him as a coach.
And then you know, 2 years ago, you know, they got criticized for bringing in Dylan Brooks, but he's been steady for the Rockets, man. Van Vliet.
You can't get mad for bringing in a defensive guy. He's
absolutely.
He's gonna be a glue guy,
and sort of a veteran too, right? You know,
absolutely.
Locker room, which I think sometimes NBA locker rooms in this era lack for whatever reason. To me, they don't have that guy like Dylan, and he's been like you said, you know, he's there for his defensive prowess and stuff like that, but just the veteran leadership in there. And
Jeff Green, they brought in Jeff Green, who's won a championship with Denver. They brought in Fred VanVleet, who won a championship with Toronto as a 6-man. So you know, because they were so young, you know, they were just out there trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
but now,
but you got some wily vets in there that can bridge the gap.
And they're so deep, man. Like these last 4 drafts, like after the Harden era, you know, we got Sengun and Jalen Green, right? Then the next draft, they got Jabari Smith and Tari Eason. Then the next draft, they got Amen Thompson, who's balling. And then they got Cam Whitmore, right?
Balling and brawling.
Yeah, then they got Cam Whitmore, and in this last draft, they brought in Reed Shepherd, they're so deep, he can't even get minutes. He just went down.
Man, you sent that article, man. I was looking at Reed Shepherd. I was like, wait a minute. They sent him, this guy, down to the G League because they ain't got no spots.
Damn near hit for 50.
And 49 points.
Yeah, and you know that's not nothing to scoff at, man. The G League got some.
That means you don't belong there. If you score 49 points, that means you don't belong in the G League, dog. You gotta go somewhere.
Right, but here's the thing, though, right? One thing about Ime is defense first. If you're missing assignments, and the one thing I love about Ime, man, like he'll hold anybody accountable. The best player can get his ass on the bench, can be benched. You know what I mean? It's he's riding with whoever's playing good that night, and he's just riding him. And he plays a deep bench, man. He plays like 9 guys.
He plays a what? He plays a
10
what?
guys. He plays
Plays the bench.
Yeah, because they're super deep. They're super deep. I mean, the Holiday brothers there. Jay Sean Tate's getting minutes, and not only that, Tari Eason, and Jabari Smith are hurt, and they're not skipping a beat. So, yeah. Shout out to the Rockets, man. Like, I knew they were going to improve from the 41-41 record and just missing the play-in last year. I knew they were going to improve and be a better team. I did not see this. I did not see this at all.
The Rockets.
I did not see this at all. And again, there's a lot of basketball
because
left.
I told I don't really get going till after Martin Luther King, so that's a week away, right? So this is when we start getting into basketball. These guys done played enough games now. They pretty much know who they are and trying to figure things out. Well, actually, let me get back to this. Let me double back because the minute police me, and I'm part of that minute police because I don't know, you wasn't here Monday. Monday, I had mentioned Tom Thibodeau, and I was like, the Knicks is going right back to what happened to them last year. When you just grind out your starting five, and you might just play five, you play maybe about 6, 7, 8 players, and that's it. You don't go no deeper than on the bench. And I said that could be a problem. And when the Knicks played OKC, that fourth quarter was gas, and a lot of people. This came out. A lot of people seen what I seen. So I'm not blowing my horn that I seen. Everybody's seen what I seen. So. And that's an absolute issue with Tibbs, right? So who gets to Tibbs?
That's his mantra.
Who is in that on that assistant coach bench that says, "Hey, dude, we can't continue to do this. We got to play. I mean, it's a long season. I know we want to win every game, but we got to go. We got to see what we got in the regular season. So when we get to the playoffs, because we got enough talent on that bench, we could beat anybody in the league. But what good is it if you're tired down the stretch, man? Because you don't get enough to get over the hump.
Right. Their bench is very weak.
I got that. I grant you
that. I'm being honest. The bench is very weak. But it's up to the coach to empower the bench, right? You have to empower the bench. You have to give them confidence and give them a shot.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And give them a shot to make mistakes. Like, I don't mind Tibbs playing his starters long minutes, because sometimes you're just gonna have to do that.
Sometimes.
But what I don't like, but I mean, if you're trying to win the game, you're trying to win the game. I get it, but he keeps them out there even when they're up big.
Well, that happened the other night with Cat.
With Cat, like against Chicago, sometimes you just gotta pull the plug.
Game is over. It's in hand.
And then he got hurt. He tweaked his knee, and I'm like, and the same thing happened with Randall last year. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
and you know what? So it's not just Tibbs. It's got to be the players as well. The players got Brunson has power.
But you know what he's going.
Hey, I'm not going back.
You know what? I got you. But you know what he said the other night? He's like, nah, it's not about playing us too long. And see, this is the thing. He's not going to want to throw his coach underneath the bus, and I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah.
You're not going to say, man, I'm tired, bro. You're not going to say that. He's not going to say it.
Right.
But there's somebody got to say, hey, Tibbs, bro.
Well,
you got to give these guys some gap. You got to give them some rest, because, like, look at that fourth quarter. Maybe if they got a couple minutes rest, that fourth quarter they could have brought them in, and then they could have finished the job. But the fact of the matter, they can't. Right. I mean, they had OKC the whole entire game up until the fourth quarter.
Which is
why Deuce was out as well. Deuce has been hurt. So that only make your bench even thinner. So in an ideal world for the Knicks, you should want Hart coming off the bench to give you that punch, right? So if you can sacrifice a little bit of the starters with heart, and he can still finish the game.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? In crunch
because you
time,
already playing
right?
40-something minutes. Yeah, he could finish the game.
Yeah,
He's
but like, right. So listen, the injury to Mitch hurt, losing eyes, Hartenstein hurt. But like I said, you have to empower your guys when it's especially early in the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're trying to stack wins, but man, you just can't. You can't like just. You got to have some awareness, man. Like of time.
That's all I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying?
Just like so. I'm not gonna get on Tibbs for playing his guys a lot in close games.
And I
understand.
like the guy. I really do. I like the guy
Right.
as a coach.
No, right.
But I'm just saying that,
Yeah.
yo, listen, you're doing the same
He
thing.
can coach.
We did the same thing last year.
Right.
I'm just saying,
because
look at what's going on. Look what you did in Chicago.
Right, because and the thing is, right, and then people are just waiting for it, right? They're seeing it like, let's see if you're going to take them out. You know what I'm saying? So people are waiting for it. So when you see what happens in Chicago, where Cat gets hurt, where, the likelihood of them winning that game, he has to, you have to get him out of there, man. You have to get him out of there. And like I said, you have to empower your bench. I mean, you're on the team for a reason.
I'm just saying. I mean, you thought of them as being good. So why?
Yeah,
Kolek.
They got Shamet. They got Shamet playing minutes.
They got Shamet back because he got hurt, and he was supposed to be with the team, but he got hurt, so they waived him. But you got the kid Kolek. Give him some time to shine out there.
Right. No, I got it, and he's another one who's been a revelation. He's played well. He's played well in the G League. So and they like him. So you have to get your starters rest at some point during the regular season, especially if they're not going to miss games.
Right.
Because one thing I do like about the Knicks, them dudes play, man.
They do.
Them dudes play. But within playing, give them minutes within the game. You can't play every game and then play every minute. Their 5 starters are tops in the league in minutes, basically.
Bro, when I seen that minute, when I seen 42 minutes, almost everybody had, I was like,
that's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And on top of that, there's been games where the Knicks blow people out.
You still playing.
Get them up out of there.
And then
they had the best. They have one of the best offenses in the league.
Absolutely, man.
Get them up out of there, man.
When I see OKC, I mean, and like we said, we know the Knicks got a weak bench. Got it. But then when I see OKC, and I'm like, man, they don't seem like they don't care who they play on that bench.
But I can also say this, right? We say Knicks got a weak bench and OKC, bench is good. Their bench is good because they get opportunity and the coach puts them out there to succeed. So I don't know some of those players out there. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell is that?
Right.
I'm like, damn, he's balling. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, the Isaiah Joes and and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not household names, but they contribute. You know what I'm saying? And they have a rotation.
Tibbs, just do me a favor, man. Just go down your list a little bit, man. Go down, just look down to your right. And just see that you got some players down there, man. Just dust them off a little bit.
I mean, and even if it costs you a game or two, right? You still got a great record.
You still up. That's what I'm saying.
You're still number 3. You know what I'm saying? In the East, behind. Yeah, you still there.
I just say you just got to manage. You got to manage the time. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So I could be the minute police all you want, but when it comes to,
I just thought it was
no, I
funny
know
and
when you sent that, that it annoyed me to no end. I said, this guy don't know what that. I said, the minute I said, I said, oh God, I said, oh, God, he had that tweet annoyed me. I said, but I was like, okay, he got. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good one.
You know what I mean? So,
the minutes,
please.
Right. Yeah, man. But yeah, so like I said, good basketball is coming up, man. The league is wide open, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's young. It's young fun. And it's fresh.
It's young, and you see the writing on the wall with the older superstars, the KDs. the Stephs, the LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? So you see the next generation coming, and you see them not phasing. I don't want to disrespect them and say they're phasing out, but right now the Suns are not even in the play-in. The Warriors are fighting for the play-in. You know what I'm saying? And the Lakers are like, I think six seed or something like that. But they're right there.
Phoenix is really fighting. Like they're
reeling. They just brought Nurkic and Bradley Beal off the bench. I think that's a ploy to try to get Bradley Beal to want to leave, so he can waive his no trade clause. But here's the thing: the Heat don't want Bradley Beal. The Heat doesn't want to take back contracts unless they're getting an all-star back in return. They rather let Jimmy walk and not get nothing back and get all the cap space, and in 2026 get ready, to sign a free agent, because the writing's on the wall. This is Hero's team. This is Bam's team. Even Jaime Jaquez is now going to get Jovic. So they're going with the youth movement, and it's just time. It's time. It's ran its course with Jimmy. No problem, man. Like I said, man, how many times are you just going to keep coming from the 8th seed because you don't want to take the regular season serious and you want to be the 8th seed? And again, 2 years ago, they went to the 8th seed and they beat Boston, they beat Milwaukee, and Jimmy was great, but that's not a recipe for long success. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And I'm hearing that Phoenix has an extension already ready for him.
For Jimmy?
A 2-year extension. Looks like Kevin Durant and Booker wants to play with Jimmy. So it looks like the odd man out is Bradley Beal, but Bradley Beal controls the cards because he has a no trade. So it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. Like I was saying, to a lot of my Heat friends that if I was Riley, I was saying this 2 months ago, man, go and trade Jimmy and go get Wiggins and Kuminga. Because when Golden State was faltering, because I think Kuminga's gonna be a star. I don't know about superstar, but I think he's somebody that you could take a chance on at 22 years old. He's a wing, a big wing, high motor, athletic, has the mid range. So I just felt like maybe that was a trade they could have looked into. And had better vision with that, but again, and this all stems back from Pat Riley not giving Jimmy the extension. That's all it is. It's not Jimmy's not worrying about getting the love back for basketball. Please, come on, man. This is about man. You ain't give me the extension, and I took you to two finals.
That's it. Fact.
And you didn't give me the extension. I won out.
That's all it's about.
That's all that's about.
Well, Jimmy doesn't know Heat history. For crying out loud, he didn't pay Dwayne. He didn't pay Shaq when Shaq was up. So Jimmy, you haven't even won the championship. I mean, you brought them to the championship, but you should.
Right? Yeah, Riley. Right? Yeah, the front office, Riley. The front office, Mickey Arison. They don't acquiesce to none of these stars. They do it their way.
That's it.
And that call it the Heat culture. I know people hate to hear that word, but that's just the way they roll, man. That's just the way they roll. That's just the way they roll, man. So like, look, they didn't give Dwayne Wade the extension when he was 34.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure did.
You know what I mean? So
remember that?
Where did he go to first? Did he go to Chicago? Or did he go to Cleveland? No, he went. Okay, he went to Chicago first, and then he went to Cleveland.
Yeah, he went to Cleveland. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and then back to Miami.
Yeah, and always forgiven, and we give him this statue that doesn't even look like him. But
I don't know who that looked like.
All right, have you seen that thing?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. He looks like the statue looks like oh man, what's that movie, man?
It's the alien thing. It looks crazy.
Yeah, oh my God, the crypt or something. I forgot. I had a picture of it, man.
2 months ago when I was downtown, and I said, let me go see the statue where everybody's talking about. And I said, man, this thing don't even look like him. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Man.
Quick question. And
Yeah.
JJ Redick,
Mhm.
has he eaten enough crow? You think? Opinion?
Nah, I think it's early. No, I don't. And also because you mentioned JJ Redick, man, he lost his home in the fires too, man. So hey, man, bless all those people in LA. I lived in LA for 8 years, man. So I ain't live where they were living, but Jeepers Creepers. Thank you, Debbie. D. He looks like Jeepers Creepers. Hey, Debbie, hit it for me, man. Yeah. Jeepers Creepers. He's short. He looked just like Jeepers Creepers, man. Right. So but yeah, man. You know what? Like, it's tough, right? Because I mean the dude's old, man. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is getting old, man, and he's playing good.
Getting old.
But I just don't think. I just think that team doesn't work. I really don't think that team works.
Clearly.
Like, you know,
I told y'all that, but years ago. I mean,
yeah, like
he's not winning another chip. Y'all can hang that up. But go ahead.
At some point, you just can't keep firing all these coaches and then blaming all the coaches.
That's what he does. But
I understand that, and
we said that for years. But
listen,
go ahead. No, I'm not going to go.
Yeah, I'm not putting all the blame on LeBron's feet because he's still playing. He's still playing ball, but he's just not what he was. He can't carry a team like that. Yeah, Anthony Davis is having a season, but you know, the guard Reeves, Austin Reeves is starting to play better. I love the trade with them getting
shipping Russell out of there. D'Lo.
Yeah, shipping Russell and getting the other guy, the 3-and-D guy. I love that trade for them. That's going to help them in the long run. But they're another trade away, man, from competing. They're not going to compete for no championship the way they're assembled right now. But to answer your question, Kev, about JJ Redick, right? Yeah, he's not getting enough, thrown at his feet. But I kind of understand why, because what was the expectations anyway? I didn't think they were a contender, so they're pretty much right where I thought they would be. You know what I mean? So, I'm more shocked from the Phoenix aspect, the Minnesota aspect with the trade. That hasn't panned out as the Cat Randall trade hasn't panned out as much as I thought it would be. Even with Dante. Dante hasn't been playing that well neither. You know what I'm saying? So and then you see what Cat's doing in New York. You're like, damn. And yeah, right.
Yo, is this true?
And not only that, you broke up a team that went to the Western Conference Championship.
Yeah. Yo, is this true? Did you hear? Did you hear anything about Randall and Ant-Man getting into friction?
Ant-Man said, "Look, I read about that.
Look like you wearing
Ant-Man
jeans
said,
out there.
Look like you hoop. Look like the way you hoop. Look like you wearing jeans." That was hilarious. Listen, Ant-Man is hilarious.
Yo, that cat is funny, dude.
He's funny. He's so country. He's from Georgia. He's must-see TV, man. His interviews, he plays great. He's a high flyer. You know what I'm saying? He's must-see TV, man. But man.
I don't know, man. They look like now is. I mean, to me, it look like I always said the Knicks got the better of the trade, but they still got to play the game.
Cat's been fantastic.
Yeah, Cat. He's been a double machine. I mean, high double machine, and
right now what that did was it strengthened your starting five, but it also hurt your bench.
Yeah, so you had to get something to
definitely.
Yeah, I get it, right? But yeah, man. But
shout out to Penn State, real quick.
I said, it all goes back.
They just scored.
Yeah. Did they score? Yeah. It all goes back to, like I said with Tibbs, man. It's just empowering the guys on your bench. That's your job. That's why I love Don Staley. Even though Don Staley gets freaking 4 and 5 star recruits, they're so deep. They play everybody, man. Because I mean, if you're in the NBA, that means you can hoop. Yeah. So if you get your shot to play, you should produce. Period. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, yeah, he has to do a better job of putting the bench players in a position to succeed. Right. He has to do it. He has to coach in that aspect. He can't just be the same coach and then just be like, I'm just gonna run these guys into the ground and boom, boom, boom. And the lucky thing is, you know, you really can't practice during the season. He'll have your ass practicing. So it's Tibbs' job to put the bench in a position to succeed. And I understand, man. While you're out there in the fire and the game is close, you're gonna ride your stuff. But man, when the game is out of reach, either if you're down big or you're up big, get the guys some rest during the regular season.
That's all. That's all I say.
And even too, like I understand it. I know we don't like to hear it, man. But even if you have to, you know, rest the guy here and there because you're playing him so many minutes, there should be games where you can give Brunson a blow and let him rest, whether he's hurt or not. I understand, guys. You know, nobody wants to hear that, but especially in the Knicks case where they don't have a big bench and they play their starters so many minutes. What's the phrase? Y'all don't like the rest? What's it called again? The load management. Load management. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta load manage with the Knicks starters. I obviously think they need some of that. There's no need for the starters to be playing almost damn near 40 minutes a game, man.
Now, I will agree with you on that. I will agree with you. Load management within the game. And like you said, I just went off the other day. I said, why you got Cat in the game? This game is over. And sure enough, Cat gets hit. Go ahead.
Yeah. And,
hey, oh, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I know we're gonna be short of time, but real quick, the NBA All-Star game is coming up.
I'm not even looking forward to it, to be honest with you, man.
And I just seen this new format.
Yeah.
With Team Chuck, Team Shaq, Team Kenny in some tournament style format.
Yeah. So basically, you're gonna have 3 teams from the NBA All-Stars, and then the 4th team is going to be like the rising stars, the freshmen, the rookies and the sophomores, and they're going to have like a 4-team tournament type thing. We'll see how it works. I don't like it. You know,
we just go back to East and West, bro.
I'm with that, bro. And I'm even down to bring back the Elam rule for the All-Star game.
Listen, that was Ryan's signature. When he came on the show, when he first started coming on the show, he said, "Hey guys, that's when we got the guys." The Elon, you know, I said, "Guys, come on." I was like, Ryan, come on.
The All-Star game is perfect, man. It forces them to play.
No, 100% makes them play. Go back to East West, do the Elon, and we're good. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. I gave you a lot of flack for that one, but you was right on that one. You hit the nail. That one was better. That was fun. It was better. But this Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey circus
I don't
stuff,
like it.
I'm just not with it, and I don't know how many people they're gonna get to check in. But you know, they're always trying to make an event. All-Star this year will be happening in Oakland, and this year. So you know, I just wanted to bring that up.
And I'm looking forward to the Unrivaled 3-on-3 women's basketball league that's going to be starting like another week. So I'm looking forward to that. So a lot of stuff to look forward to in terms of women's basketball.
That's the 3-on-3. That's correct.
Yeah, that's 3-on-3. You know, and just to touch on some women's basketball too, man. Ashlyn Watkins for South Carolina. She tore her ACL, so she's out for the year. That's a big blow. But like we said, man, Don Staley, you know, it's next woman up. they're so deep. They play everybody, so everybody's not going to be scared of the moment. So because everybody gets minutes, and there's fans from other teams, always say, well, you should go into transfer portal because you don't get a lot of minutes and stuff like that. But with Dawn, listen, man, she empowers everybody, and that's one of the reasons why she's such a great coach. And she gets a lot of the best players in the nation. But still, you have to empower your bench, because no matter, every player is gonna have times where their confidence is low or what have you. They're not playing well, but that's where the coaching comes in, man. There's so hopefully we'll see South Carolina try to defend their title. Losing Ashton Watkins was a big loss, but they have Joyce Edwards, the awesome freshman that's going to step up. The transfer Dowda, she's gonna step up. Adele Tack, she's gonna step up. So they have bigs. So I just want to throw that out there, man. Just give a shout out to Ashlyn Watkins. Get well soon.
Gotcha. Great show, guys. Great show. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll pass it around here. We had a great show here. It's only 3 of us on tonight, man. Shout out to those that are missing. For Dan, he was in the comments there for a second. Shout out to Dan. Let me give him some love again. Dan won the damn.
Dan kicked our butts, man.
Whoa! Kicked y'all butts. I was only down by 2 or so. If I looked at the record, I wasn't that far behind.
I forgot to do the last week, man.
So I told him. I said, Dan, the only reason why you won is because they had them Saturday games, and I forgot about them.
Right.
The Wednesday games
and the Wednesday game. And I was like, oh shoot, they playing today. I forgot. Forgot to go to the phone. So you got that, Danny.
All hail Dan K, the hockey dude. He won the damn NFL Pick'em 2 years in a row, man. So Dan, your trophy's on the way, sir. Your trophy's on the way. We're showing you some love. I don't want to hear you in the chat tonight crying, talking about we didn't show you the love. So we're giving you your flowers now. Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. Part shots before we get out of here. D-Dubs, what you got for us, man, before we get out of here? Great show tonight, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for everybody for watching. Penn State is up 10-0. Ryan, did you pick? Did you? Who was you going with?
Tonight, I think I would have leaned towards Penn State. I think I was gonna lean towards Penn State, but
so that's a clean sweep, because all of us we picked me and Kevin. We said before the game started.
Yeah, I would have leaned
Penn State.
Towards
and
Penn
so
State.
far so good. Penn State is up 10-0. Notre Dame look like they can't score for nothing. Penn State's defense, and we said it here on the show. We just said it here Monday. We said, hey, both teams can't really score like that, and it's gonna be tight.
Hey, what's that Jordan meme? He be like,
yeah.
And then Ohio State, Texas tomorrow, right?
Ohio State, Texas, tomorrow, and I'm gonna go with Ohio State tomorrow.
I'm going with Texas.
Going with Texas, okay.
I'm going to Longhorn. I'm going with Texas. And then, man, you got the NFL games, man. That's gonna be fun, man. I would love to see a Baltimore, Detroit Super Bowl. That'd be
Super Bowl.
Fun. Yeah,
that would be dope.
That
would be good.
But losing Flowers, man.
There's a couple of Super Bowls. I mean, Detroit. I mean, first of all, I think I would want Detroit to get there.
Yeah, they're fun.
Stamp the NFC side. Now they could go against Buffalo. Buffalo got a lot to prove this year. Kansas City, and
the Ravens.
And the Ravens.
Yeah.
Is somebody else I'm missing from AFC? I think those are the 3.
Chargers and Texans play on Saturday. You got the Steelers and Ravens, and then you got the Broncos and Bills on Sunday.
No, they ain't gonna make it. But
Ryan, by the way, Saturday's game is on Amazon Prime. Just let you know. So
what game? A playoff game? They got on Amazon Prime?
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yo, sorry, right? Yeah, man.
What are we doing? A playoff game?
Yes, sir.
Just can't put it on NBC, ABC, or CBS, right? We can't just go with the main ones. But
hey, my upset of the wild card, man, watch the Rams against Minnesota. I was gonna pick the Rams outright, even though Minnesota has a way better record, and because they lost the division to Detroit in the Sunday night game, they play the Rams, who won their division. I know you don't like that, D-Dubs. But
there you go.
Right, but they were going to be at home, but because of the fires, now it's got to go to Arizona.
Yeah, they moved to Arizona.
And now I'm back on Minnesota. I was going to pick the Rams. Now I'm back on Minnesota. That was going to be my upset.
Yeah, now it's come almost like a quasi sort of.
Now it's just a neutral site.
I'll give you one better.
Yeah.
Upset. Broncos beat the Bills.
Wow.
I'm going with the Broncos this weekend. Yo, if Josh Allen,
that would be devastating though for Bills.
Man,
Bills Mafia going to jump off the leg. They go jump off the bridge to the ledge. If that happens, man. But Broncos been playing pretty.
They've been playing well, but
forget about like last week because Kansas City didn't show up like that. Broncos been playing pretty good. Now that would be a heck of a win if they could pull that off. But other than that,
I'm liking my upset of the week. I don't know what's the line on this one, but I'm liking Washington to beat the Buccaneers, man. Even though
I got two upsets, that's one of them too, Kev.
Even though what's his name, the quarterback, he's been playing really good for the Buccaneers. Well, I can't think of my man's name. Baker.
Yeah.
He's been playing lights out, man. But I think the Commanders, man.
That's a big one. That's a big one. I think I'm going Tampa Bay with. I think I'm going to go Tampa Bay. They're at home.
Yeah, they're at home. But like I said it could go either way, Ryan. Because I told Kev and I said Jaden Daniels could be like, I never been there. What a guy never been there. He doesn't know no better, so he just goes out there and start balling.
Yeah,
and I could see that. I could see that happening with that Commanders team.
Yeah,
Commanders team.
Debbie,
should be a good game.
Debbie D, I'm with you, Debbie D. I think Buffalo is gonna roll Denver. Yeah, but and who does Green Bay play? They play
Green Bay.
Play the Eagles.
They play the Eagles.
They play the Eagles. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, I think.
That'd be a good one. Eagles should handle business there.
Yeah. Oh, Green Bay lost the wide receiver too. He's out with a knee injury.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah. And then Baltimore losing Flowers, man. I think they'll have enough to get by Pittsburgh, but they'll need them for next for round 2, man. They're gonna need them. Yeah. Especially they have to play, I think maybe Kansas City or something, maybe. Or yeah.
Well, we said it right here. Like you said, D-Dub said Penn State's up 10-0, and Notre Dame is Penn State's defense is tough, but we'll see. We'll definitely talk about the other games. There'll be games on tomorrow night, and then that should set up the national championship game. Pretty much this is the Final Four, and see. We'll definitely see, man. D-Dubs, you had your party shots. Ryan, you had your party shots. What you got for?
Shout out to everyone. Be good. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, so get your milk, your eggs, your bread. Go raid the supermarkets like you normally do.
Yeah. And shout out to all those where it snows in the South and it's 2 inches and
crazy. Atlanta getting snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what's funny about that? It'll snow, and Ryan, that's stuff like that. It'll snow in the South like that, and like a day later, there's nothing left. So y'all went and got all the bread and milk and all that for what?
Paper towels, toilet tissue. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. But shout out to the South. That's what we do.
That's
what we do down here.
Ryan, what you got for us before we get out of here, man?
Nah, man, just good show, guys. Good seeing you guys. Shout out to all the other guys who weren't with us tonight, but great show. And again, man, my heart and prayers go out to all the people affected in the fires, man, in Los Angeles, and just peace.
Yep. Appreciate that. Shout out to all those that were hanging out with us in the chat tonight. Thank y'all so much. To all my peoples out there, I had a couple other people. There was a gentleman from the Miami Heat zone. he inquired about us coming on or whatever. He said, man, so I said, hey, just name the time and place, man. We'll definitely.
We'll roll. Yeah, we'll roll up.
Man, we appreciate you shouting us out and want to connect. Yeah, I definitely like what's going on with Jimmy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Jimmy Buckets.
Hey, so let me give you like so I go to the Rockets. I go to the Rockets Heat game every year. And the last maybe 6 years, we've lost every game. And so I go with my uncle because he has like season tickets for the Heat. So I go with my uncle. So everybody knows everybody in that section. And they wait for me, bro. Every year for that one game, they waiting for me. And they give it to me. Dog, they give it to me. The crossing guard gives it to me when they lose. So hopefully we'll turn that around and beat the Heat when the Rockets come in March. Yeah. So
all right.
It's funny. It's a funny story.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's what's up, man. I don't have anything. Details, nothing about boxing. I know this. Okay.
Other than my man, he said he's retiring.
Who's your man?
The one Earl Spence.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Before he retired, before he fought Crawford, did they fight? They never fought.
Yeah, they fought. That's pretty much what sent his ass to it. Nah, he fought him once. They
fought him once. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Earl just had to have. He needed a personal driver, man. That's all, man. If he had a personal driver, man, he'd been all right, man. He got in too many car accidents, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and I think that's what did it. But shout out to him. Hopefully, he I think he'll go off and do some promotions and stuff like that. So I always like Earl Spence. I thought he was dope fighter. But that's it. That's all. That's it on the boxing front. Ain't too much going on, man. These guys don't want to fight. I don't know what it is. Whatever.
They don't want to fight.
Yeah.
Cool. Like I said, I don't have nothing heavy. Shout out to all the other Chasers crew, man, that's not here with us, to the DA, to Dan, to Mike Mills, and to the Angry One, man. Shout out to those guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, D-Dubs, for coming through tonight. Great show. We talked about some NBA, man, and some other stuff. Hey, make sure you check us out on the Monday Night Blitz as we go over the football over the weekend, from this game to all the wildcard games for the NFL. And we'll talk about the next for the national championship for the football, and maybe some NIL stuff that we went over this night. We'll probably go over some more again because some things are changing with that, man. Make sure we got an episode about the drop. We actually had interviewed, me and DA interviewed the other night a gentleman, man. He's a marathon. He ran like 56 marathons and like 5 triathlons.
Wow.
Victor Vizcaino, man, is dropping tomorrow. The interview will be dropping tomorrow, man. He dropped some nuggets and some gems about just working out and running and stuff like that, and wanting to get in shape, man. Check it out. Very inspirational, inspiring video interview that me and DA had with Victor, man. We
hey, did you ask him how to get rid of shin splints, man? I hate running, man. I do not like running at all. But I wish I was able to join y'all. But yeah.
We didn't ask him specifically, but he talked about that runner's high, and I was like, man, I don't know if I that high.
Yeah, I never got no. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it, and to this day, in my Deontay Wilder's voice, to this day.
Before this show goes south, listen, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator, for Daryl D. Does Warren, for Ryan D'Souza, and for the DA, for Dan the Hockey Dude, for Mike Mills, and James the Angry One Warren, man. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers Podcast. Y'all be good, be great, man. Have a great and blessed weekend, man. We'll catch you on the flip side on Monday, man. Enjoy your sports. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.